Previously, on Horror, on Cedar Block. After the destruction of Mama Mars's sacred healing shack, Sam Carter is consumed by grief and rage. The fire wasn't random. It was a calculated strike by the descendants of the old bloodlines, those who had thrived off the oppression of his people for generations. In the ashes, Sam uncovers a brass medallion etched with Veve symbols, a relic tied to his cursed bloodline, pulsing with forgotten power. As mysterious deaths ripple through the town's elite, Sam begins to see that the soil of Cedar Block is turning against its oppressors. Spirits stir, hungry for justice. The past refuses to stay buried. That night, Sam performs a forbidden ritual behind the ruins, summoning the Time's Council of the Betrayed Asterisk. Ghosts of the tormented appear, including a lynched child who speaks one command: Asterisk, make them feel it. Asterisk. The message is clear. Vengeance is no longer a choice. It's a calling. The earth awakens, the air thick with iron and ash, and something ancient watches from the shadows. The blood remembers. The reckoning has begun.
Horror on Cedar Block. Horror on Cedar Block.
Chapter 4. Blood Moon Rising. The night was thick with fog, the air carrying a metallic scent that clung to the skin. Mama Mars stood at the edge of the cemetery, her eyes glowing with ancestral fire. The spirits whispered through the hanging moss like old gossip passed through generations, and her bones ached with the weight of what was coming. In the distance, drums thudded slow, deliberate, echoing the rhythm of 1,000 rituals, long buried under concrete and shame. Sam Carter was already there, waiting in the middle of the circle, shirtless, his chest painted with ancient sigils and blood not his own. His eyes had changed since the last ritual, darker, wilder. He wasn't just touching the other side, he was walking through it. The elders warned them both that raising the old gods came with a price. But they didn't care. This wasn't just about revenge anymore. It was about balance, about reclaiming power that had been stolen centuries ago. As the blood moon rose, casting a crimson hue over Cedar Block, the earth shivered. Something had awakened. Mama Mars stepped into the circle beside Sam, her long skirt soaked from the swamp mist. Her bare feet sank into the soil, as if the earth recognized her weight, recognized her bloodline. She held a bundle of herbs and bones tied together with red twine, and in her other hand, a rusted blade passed down through generations. The blade wasn't for cutting flesh. It was for calling spirits. "Tonight ain't just a blood moon," she murmured to Sam, her voice rasping like dry leaves. "It's the night the veil thins so much it can tear, and we gon' rip it ourselves." Sam nodded, but his face was tense. He felt the pressure in his chest, the way his breath shortened, like something was watching from behind his ribs. They'd been preparing for this night for weeks, unearthing old altars, translating broken dialects, gathering offerings stolen from time. The plan was clear. Summon the first witness, the enslaved conjure priest who had started it all. He was the one who had struck the original pact with Papa Legba during the slave revolts. The one whose curse tied Cedar Block's soul to torment. If they could bring him back, not only would they learn how to end the suffering, they might finally shift the balance. But the path wasn't simple. The first witness hadn't died peacefully. He'd been betrayed by one of their own, sold out for a bag of silver and freedom papers that were never honored. His soul had wandered bitter and broken for over a century. He wouldn't come willingly. Mama Mars slashed her palm and let the blood drip into a bowl of grave dirt. "You sure, baby?" she asked Sam, searching his face. "Once we call him, he comin', and he ain't comin' kind." Sam stared at the bowl, then at the moon. "Let him come," he said. "We ain't got nothing left to lose." She poured the blood into the dirt, and the candles flared. The drums picked up speed, not from the speakers they'd hidden near the trees, but from the earth itself. The beat pounded in Sam's chest, echoed in his head. The ground cracked beneath the circle, and smoke slithered up from the dirt like fingers. Then came the scream. It didn't belong to any living creature. It was the kind of sound that made birds drop from the sky, that split glass and made blood run cold. A shadow rose from the center of the circle, blacker than night, its shape shifting, twisting, reforming, until it took on the figure of a man wrapped in chains. His face was hidden by a hood, but his hands glowed red with fury. "Who dares wake me?" the voice rumbled. Mama Mars bowed low. Sam stood firm. "We need your truth," he said. "We need to fix what was broken." Chains slithered from the specter's arms, coiling around the salt lines, testing their strength. "You speak of fixing," it hissed, "but your blood is tied to the betrayal." Sam's mouth went dry. "Then I'll make it right." The first witness raised a burning hand. Visions seared through Sam's eyes, flashes of the betrayal, the branding, the fire. The man who had betrayed him bore Sam's face. A past life. The pain hit like a storm. Sam fell to his knees, weeping, not from guilt, but from the weight of memory. He saw how that choice rippled through generations, how it tainted the soil, how it cursed the bloodline. Mama Mars stepped forward. "You want justice?" she yelled over the howling wind. "We want it too. Let us finish what you started." The first witness paused. The chains loosened. "You will carry my wrath," he said. "You will cleanse the bloodline, and when the final breath is taken, you will return here to be judged." He vanished in a flash of flame. The moon flickered and the wind died. Sam lay shaking in the dirt. Mama Mars knelt beside him. "We got what we came for," she whispered. "But at what cost?" Sam asked. She didn't answer. She didn't need to. The blood moon still glowed above them, and somewhere beneath the ground, something smiled. The real ritual had just begun. The circle was not just a ritual ground, it was a map etched into the earth itself, aligning with the ley lines that ran beneath Cedar Block like veins under a scarred body. Mama Mars crouched beside Sam, her fingers tracing the outer ring where bones of saints and sinners alike had been buried for protection. Each sigil painted on Sam's body began to throb faintly, not with pain, but with memory generations, whispering through flesh. Tonight, we don't just call them, Mama Mars murmured, voice thick with power. We bind them, make 'em remember who they bled for, who they left behind. Sam nodded, but a flicker of doubt crossed his face. And if they don't want to remember, they will, she replied, or the blood moon will tear the veil wide open. And what comes through won't care what side we on. In a hidden grove, Malik and Serenity prepared the offering's hair from the betrayed, earth from a grave dug too early, and blood willingly spilled. Serenity trembled as she cut her palm, but her eyes never left the moon. This ain't about vengeance no more, she whispered. This is war. A shriek erupted from the trees. A spirit unbound, drawn to the scent of old blood. The air thickened. Candles blew out. For a moment, silence reigned. Then the ground split open. Specters emerged, not like wisps, but as fully formed memories given body. Men with nooses still fresh around their necks, women with fire in their eyes, and babies on their hips. They weren't here to mourn. They were here to fight. And above them, in the shimmer of the blood moon, Papa Legba stood cane tapping, grin widening, whispering a secret only Sam could hear. Now, the debt begins.
Horror on Cedar Block.